This month on Where You Live, we visit a town that not only tolerates all four seasons, but embraces them. A town with pioneer feel and big city amenities. There's a strong sense of community, breathtaking views around every corner, and a fascinating history dating back to the 1700s. There are challenges for your inner explorer, celebrations for all cultures, and plenty of fresh mountain air and wide open spaces. This month on Where You Live, we visit Rocky Mountain House.
We've made our way to council chambers in the town of Rocky Mountain House, and I am now joined by Mayor Fred Nash. And there's a lot going on this year in Rocky Mountain House, but there's a lot that has already happened in the past few years between the downtown development, the Credit Union and Co-op Aquatic Center, and the Christensen Wellness and Sports Center. Can you just speak to those projects and how they've become huge community builders?
Affirmative. You know, we're very proud of the sponsorship that we get from our responsible corporate citizens like the Credit Union Co-op, many other ones like Bunch Projects and Quick Lane. They pay money to sponsor these programs. We did the Main Street. It had to be done. The pipe in the ground was designed to last 45 years and it lasted 62 years. So we had to bite the bullet and at a great expense, but we did receive a lot of grant money through MSI, and we made it, in my opinion, a world-class Main Street. And we have Marketplace on Main that every Thursday in the late afternoon and evening we have anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 people come by to visit all these vendors, and the merchants stay open, and it's kind of a festive atmosphere. So with great cooperation from our citizens and from the corporate sponsors, we have a wonderful little town here. It
looks visually really nice in the downtown, the way you guys did the light posts and everything. It really changes things. Yeah,
the ambiance and the street lamps, they're actually made out of concrete, and they're designed, they're LED lights, so that we save there. But if you happen to bump one or something like that with a vehicle, you can change out a panel. You can just change it out. You don't have to replace the whole thing. So there was a lot of forethought went into that. Our Christensen Sports and Wellness Center, it brings us up from the small town status to near city status, where it's a good quality building, and we have a lot of meetings there. So we're very proud.
I often find when those projects happen, the ones like the Wellness Center and the Aquatic Center, those don't just become recreational facilities. They're more like community builders, places for the community to gather for main events and things like that. Have you found that has happened here in Rocky Mountain House?
Affirmative. It's very evident. And the Christensen Sports and Wellness Center, the Clearwater County, that is our surrounding municipality, helped, they put in 50%, you know, and they've been very, very good. We've worked together a long time with them over the years, and a few years ago we received an award for our Stronger Together agreement, where we work together, and it's with the Clearwater County, the village of Caroline, and the town of Rocky Mountain House, and it's all for the betterment of all the citizens in the total area. And we're so blessed to have so many visitors come through Rocky and area.
Fantastic. Now, there are a lot of places to go in this region, but you yourself live in Rocky Mountain House. So what is your favorite part about living here in Rocky Mountain House?
Well, I think that the people from Rocky Mountain House and our engineering and staff for the town are terrific at their job, because we can shrink time. Our rush hour is only 15 minutes long, so we can shrink time. I'm so proud that I can leave my house and be at the airport within 5 minutes. You know what I mean? We have all the amenities. We have everything from a hospital, and we have anchor stores. We have so much going for us. We have the freshest, cleanest air, and so we're just so proud to live here.
In Rocky Mountain House, it's truly spectacular, the views you can get with the wide open spaces. It's definitely also a place to visit. What's the tourism industry like here?
It is growing, and we have a lot of accommodations, everything from the National Historic Site, and we have an awful lot of history with David Thompson and Charlotte Small. David Thompson was the greatest map maker in North America. Lewis and Clark even used David Thompson's maps when they did in Montana and that kind of stuff. So it's all great. We have so much to offer, from everything from hiking and water sports and the river and the, you know what I mean, when we sit down, we have the rodeo, we have the chuck wagon races, we have the air show, we have so many wonderful things to see. We have things like Wilderness Village, it's just outside the town, 10 minutes outside the town, and there's more like that where people can camp and have a quality campground and this kind of stuff. So it is an awful lot of people come. The drive isn't very long. We get an awful lot of people from Central and Alberta and Edmonton area. They just come down here and love it, and we have all the amenities. So it is, in my opinion, a win-win.
Now, we can't talk about Rocky Mountain House without mentioning your First Nations neighbors. There's tons of events and celebrations all year that they put on to kind of share their traditions and celebrate their traditions with Rocky Mountain House and I'm sure the surrounding area. What can you speak to that?
Well, I'm so proud that they're our neighbors, and I've been out to many of their functions, whether it's the Ochese or the Sunchild or the Bighorn. We have a few years ago, we had about 5 powwows at the National Historic Site, and the First Nations of Ochese decided to build a super big arbor, and they have a world-class powwow every year now that I'm honored to attend. I've smoked the peace pipe with the chiefs and the elders, and I was honored to do that, and have received a couple of awards from them, like an eagle feather and this kind of stuff. So I have mutual respect and honor for them, and I understand their culture, and we look forward to working with them in the future.
Absolutely. Now we're going to change pace a bit and do a bit of a lightning round so we can get to know you and your community. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now, what's your favorite event throughout the year here in Rocky?
Well, I would have to say it's the air show. I'm an aviation buff, so I love the airplanes. And we get the antique car club that would come out, the Western Wheels would come out and help us. So it's the people and their hobbies.
Yes. What is your favorite season in Rocky Mountain House?
Oh, I love them all because I guess I love the summers, I love the spring because of the new growth, and I love the fall because of the change of colors. The winters I don't mind because that builds character in an individual. I don't like cleaning the snow off the driveway, but that's why you have snow blowers. What,
in your personal opinion, is the best winter activity to enjoy near or in Rocky Mountain House?
Well, we have the 2 arenas, but the number one, believe it or not, the number one used facility in the town is our walking path. We have 16 kilometers of walking path, and they're used year-round. And it's the most used, least expensive facility that we have in the town.
What would you say is the most underrated or maybe the hidden gem thing to do in Rocky Mountain House?
To me is the history of Rocky Mountain House. There's a wonderful, wonderful history, and we get a lot of people that would just pick on whether it's a fur trade or whether it's the Voyagers or whether it's the Métis, or maybe to me it's the history. And if you go out to the National Historic Site, we're blessed and lucky to have them.
Now, up next, we are going to be watching a video that you guys had produced about what to do in the summer here in Rocky Mountain House. It's beautiful, I've watched it. Now, what led the town to decide to work on that video?
We have so many tourists that come through. On a long weekend, we can have anywhere from 50 to 60,000 people come through Rocky or Caroline and through the Clearwater County. And they camp outside or they go to the designated campgrounds. And it's, how do I say this? It's a lifestyle, and it's a freedom, and it's the fresh air. It's, to me, so that is what they love to do, and we're here to help them. So we're focusing, because oil and gas is taken a little bit of a hit, we're focusing on tourism and try to get all the tourist operators to work together, and they are cooperating. We have an awful lot of organizational meetings that are allowing that to happen right now.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mayor Fred Nash. And now let's take a look at that video from the town of Rocky Mountain House about what there is to do in tourism-wise here in the summer months.